Even by the mid-1990s, Mario and Final Fantasy were two of the most accomplished franchises in video game history. Both brands attracted teams of fans, though they often represented two distinct groups. When Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars was released in 1996, all of this changed. In virtually every way, the game was an incredible union between the world of Nintendo and Squaresoft. There are many memorable qualities of Super Mario RPG, from the action-driven combat, to the humorous dialogue, to the fantastic soundtrack. This game seemed to have something great for everyone. However, the best aspect of the game may very well have been its underlying story. With this in mind, this video will provide a complete, concise, chronological storyline explanation for the entirety of the game. To assure accuracy, actual game footage and artwork will be used. And now, let's get into the tale. Outside of Mario's house, Princess Peach stands peacefully among butterflies. The sky soon turns black though, and Bowser can be seen in the background. Without warning, he swoops down in front of the princess and captures her, and she screams for help. Taking notice, Mario runs from his house and endeavors to rescue her. Pursuing his adversary, Mario enters Bowser's keep. He fights through the foe's various henchmen, and eventually finds the princess overhead dangling from a rope. Though Bowser's standing on a chandelier nearby, Mario uses his jumping ability to reach them. After attacking the Kink Link attached to Bowser's chandelier, the structure falls to the ground, and Bowser with it. Before he can rescue the princess though, a hammer knocks Mario's chandelier down as well. Bowser taunts Mario during their free fall, but Mario jumps off his head, launching himself upward. Just before he can reach Peach, Bowser's keep begins to rumble. In that moment, the giant sword Xygor swirls downward from the skies above, surrounded by 7 stars. It thrusts downward, lodging itself into Bowser's keep. Mario's launched far from the castle and lands in Toad's pipe house. When Toad wonders where Peach is, Mario travels immediately back to Bowser's keep by way of its drawbridge. As he approaches, he's alarmed to find Xygor, who says the castle now belongs to the Smithy gang. After telling Mario the group intends to take over the world, he causes an earthquake, and the drawbridge is destroyed. Now separated entirely from Bowser's keep, Mario explains the circumstances to Toad. He advises notifying the Chancellor of the Mushroom Kingdom, so the two head there. En route is Mushroom Way, which is swarming with enemies. After braving his way through it, Mario discovers the Hammer Brothers have captured Toad. Mario intercedes, and even though their hammers are fierce, he's able to use his power to take them down. After picking up the hammer they left behind, they enter into the Mushroom Kingdom. There, Mario is greeted by the Chancellor, who finds out what happened to the princess. When he asks if Bowser's behind it all, Mario explains everything. Realizing that a new foe is at work, he asks Mario to save her. Before he leaves, the Chancellor gives Mario the map. Just as he exits the castle, Mario finds a marshmallow-like creature named Mallow is chasing after a crocodile thief. Realizing that his grandpa's coin was stolen by the scoundrel, Mallow begins to cry. When he realizes he's talking to the infamous Mario, Mallow asks him if he'll assist to retrieve the coin from the thief. Mario obliges, and the frog Mallow, who looks nothing like a frog, joins the party. When the crocodile races past them and out of the Mushroom Kingdom, the two follow him into Bandit's Way. Even though he taunts them several times, Mario and Mallow track him through the area. When he's cornered, Croco attacks. Mario and Mallow use their abilities to overcome him, and he's forced to give up the coin. In the process, he says he'll eventually get revenge and runs off. Croco also drops a wallet, which is taken by Mario. When they both return to the Mushroom Kingdom, shysters have taken over the area. The two save Toad from danger, and Mario returns the wallet to one of the mushroom inhabitants. Mario and his new friends save the various residents from danger and proceed to the castle. In the throne room, the shysters plot to continue their reign of bouncing. Just then, their leader Max stomps downward. He and his henchmen assail the party, and they all attack. Putting their skills to the test once again, Mario and Mallow overwhelm the foe. Afterward, a giant blue star swirls through the air. Mario grabs it, and the first of 7 stars is obtained. Afterward, two shysters discuss the need to inform Smithy, and bounce out of the area. Shivering in fear, the Chancellor's alerted that the Mushroom Kingdom is now safe. Toad thanks Mario for his troubles. As they discuss their next move, Mallow advises seeking help from his grandpa in Tadpole Pond. After the Chancellor gives his blessing, they decide to head there. Before they do so though, Mallow trades the special coin for a cricket pie at the item shop. On the way to their destination is the Kero Sewers, where Mario and Malo fight their way through rats and ghosts. In its depths, they drop to a room with Belome, a long-tongued monster with an appetite. He attacks, but is soon defeated by the group. Afterward, the switch he was standing on is left vacant, so the floodgates open and water comes rushing out. Mario and Malo are swept away by the current and drift through the Midas River Falls. After jumping for coins while balancing on a barrel, the two reach Tadpole Pond. The tadpoles there are excited to see Mario, who they've heard all about. When he hears the commotion, Malo's grandfather Frog Fuchsius calls out to them. He greets them and invites them to have a conversation with him. He's aware that Smithy is a formidable foe and that Mario's attempting to rescue the princess, but says she is no longer in Bowser's keep. Apparently, when Xygor lodged itself in the castle, Bowser and Peach were launched like he was and are still somewhere out there in the world. He says that Smithy will send more underlings to impede them, and concludes that the star found in the Mushroom Kingdom will play a vital role in the fight against him. Frog Fuchsius instructs Malo to join Mario on his adventure to defeat Smithy and save Peach. He also tells the story of how he found and raised Malo, a child in a basket that floated in from the falls. He desires that Malo will travel the world and find his true family. In return for the cricket pie, Frog Fuchsius gives Malo the Froggy Stick. As the two head toward the nearby Rose Town, they find Bowser and his minions organizing into ranks. Even though the bridge has been destroyed, he commands them to move out, insisting that the Koopa Troop will find a way back inside. When they enter into Rose Town, Mario and Malo learn that arrows from the nearby forest have started falling into the area and paralyzing the mushroom inhabitants. Inside the inn, a boy named Gaz is ecstatic to see Mario, his hero. In addition to his dolls of Mario, Peach, and Bowser, he also has one named Geno. When Mario agrees to play with the toys for a while, Geno's shooting star mechanism misfires and hits him. While he recovers, a hovering star decides to inhabit the Geno doll. Now a living being, he stumbles into the wall before exiting the inn. The next morning, Gaz tells his mother that he saw the living Geno doll enter the forest maze. Though she doesn't believe him, Mario and Malo decide to follow. After making their way through the forest, they find that it has been Bowyer, one of Smithy's minions, that's been firing the paralyzing arrows into Rose Town and terrorizing its inhabitants. Mario wishes to confront them, but Malo warns that there are too many. Just then, one of Bowyer's underlings has discovered a star. Bowyer ignores him though, and prepares to shoot more arrows. In that moment, Geno drops from the sky and demands the return of the star. Bowyer attacks and says he will teach him a lesson. Mario and Malo decide to help Geno, dodging the flying arrows as they make their way to the scuffle. As Bowyer flings an arrow toward Geno, Mario jumps upon it, deflecting it entirely. The two then help Geno overcome Bowyer. After the battle, Geno thanks the group. He explains that he's a visitor from above, merely borrowing his current form for the moment. As it turns out, Geno is from Star Road, where stars are formed from wishes. However, the place has been recently destroyed by a sword, and ever since then, no stars have been created. The stars Mario has seen are the broken pieces of the Star Road. When all 7 are collected, Geno says the Star Road can be repaired entirely. He instructs Mario to grab the star, so he reaches into the air and the second star is obtained. After Geno joins the party, one of Bowyer's lackeys rushes to inform Smithy of the importance of the stars after overhearing the whole conversation. Villagers in Rose Town thank Mario for his help, and Gaz encourages Geno and his friends to fix the Star Road. He gives Geno the Finger Shot, a powerful weapon. Soon afterward, the group arrives at Yoster Island. There, a tough Yoshi named Boshi is taking everyone's cookies and preventing them from racing. To rectify this, Mario rides Yoshi in the Mushroom Derby, where he beats Boshi in a close race. In return for the help, Yoshi gives Mario the Yoshi's Cookie. Mario and his friends travel to the nearby town of Moleville, the home of the Monty Moles. In town, they all see Bowser again. Some of his minions have run off, and he's embarrassed he's been kicked out of his own castle. After he leads his lackeys out of town, the party learns that a star dropped into the nearby mountain and traps some children inside. Moles are inside trying to dig to free them, but they cannot reach the upper entrance. Mario agrees to help them, using his jumping ability to leap inside. In the mines, they encounter Krako again, who steals all the group's coins. When he's defeated, they retrieve their coins again and Krako runs away. He also leaves behind a bomb, which is used to blow a hole in the mines. In the cavern, they find Punchinello, master of explosives. He attacks, but is soon defeated by the team. In desperation, he stomps the ground and calls forth a gigantic bomb. It ignites and soon explodes, but the star is right before their eyes. Mario jumps high into the air to grab it, and the third star is secured. In the next room, Dyna and Might are found near a minecart. They hop into the cart, and Mario gives it a push. After racing through the railway, they are launched high into the air and crash down upon the Moleville home of Dyna and Might's parents. Relieved that they are fine, they thank Mario for his assistance. As they exit the house, 3 Sniffets chase a beetle. When it hovers near Mario, they command him not to touch it, as it's a gift for a fellow named Booster. They also reveal that Booster is busy entertaining a princess from the sky. Believing this must be Peach, they follow after them. After making their way through Booster Pass, they arrive at Booster Tower, where Bowser laments the loss of his fortress. As he longs for the old days of Toadstool screaming in terror and Mario rushing in to save her, he begins to weep. In that moment, he is startled to find Mario standing right behind him. As he tries to save face, Princess Peach is seen standing on the tower above. She calls out to Mario to save her, and Bowser leaves. However, the front door is locked. Bowser rushes back into the area and uses his strength to slam through the door. He also agrees to make Mario and his friends part of the Koopa Troop, or so they pretend, and Bowser joins the group. In the tower, the party battles through Booster's underlings. Booster says he normally welcomes visitors, but recently he's been entertaining the princess ever since she fell from the sky. He slides out of the way and proceeds farther inside. Higher up, Booster is seen again on his personal railway. He's surprised the group has made it this far, and realizes Mario must be the guy the princess keeps shouting for. He tries to use bombs, but when he runs out, he exits the area. Mario and his friends make it up to the top of the tower, where Toadstool is waiting. However, the door won't budge. As Mario contemplates his next move, Booster is seen heading in his direction. Without a choice, he jumps behind the curtain so he cannot be seen. Booster speaks of marrying Peach, and his Sniffets encourage him to throw a party to celebrate. As they begin a mock rehearsal, Booster says Mario always shows up unexpectedly to ruin the fun, so that should be taken into account. The Sniffets look behind the curtains for Booster's Mario doll, while Mario himself shifts his position behind them. Eventually, Booster finds the doll, but doesn't realize Mario is standing before him. When he bumps the doll off the shelf, Booster gives him an amulet in return, and reveals that the password to the locked door is Mario. With the password, the 3 exit onto the balcony, but now the princess is nowhere to be found. Instead, Knife Guy and Great Guy attack. They are no match for the group though, and are soon defeated. Afterward, they fall to the ground below and race after Booster, who has taken the princess with him. He says a cake is waiting for them after they climb the hill, but Peach struggles as she protests Booster's marriage plans. Mario races up the hill, jumping over barrels and evading the Sniffets as he follows Booster and the princess. They are chased to Marrymore, where the group approaches the wedding hall. There, a Sniffet declares that Booster's wedding is in progress, and says he's barricaded the door. Raz and Rainy, a young couple expecting to be married the same day, are also kicked out. Mario and the gang sneak in through the back entrance, which was left unlocked. When a Sniffet finds that Mario has gotten inside, he rushes to inform Booster. Bowser uses his immense strength to burst through the chapel door, and the Sniffets are pushed directly into Peach. In the process, she's dropped her shoes, ring, brooch, and crown. Peach cries as Booster wishes to begin the wedding. When he learns that Mario is snuck inside, he orders his lackeys to find her gear. While they do, Mario uses his speed and jumping ability to retrieve it. The princess greets Mario, but shrieks when she sees Bowser with him. As they plan to escape to the Mushroom Kingdom, however, the chefs bring in the wedding cake that has been prepared for Booster and Peach. Angered that their work for Booster's wedding has been wasted, they attack the group. When the cake begins moving, it shows itself to be a surprisingly powerful foe. Booster soon interrupts the fight and swallows the remainder of the cake whole. Now told that the wedding has come to an end, Booster seems satisfied and leaves the area. Now saved from the predicament, Princess Toadstool is relieved and asked to be taken back to the Mushroom Kingdom. The young couple that plan to be married proceeds to their own ceremony, and all seems peaceful for the moment. When Mario and his crew return to the Mushroom Kingdom, the princess is welcomed back. The Chancellor is also alarmed that Bowser is with the team, and asks why he has joined everyone. Because Bowser is too ashamed to reveal that he's been ejected from his own castle, Mallow explains that it has been overrun by Smithy and his minions. Bowser stretches the truth by saying that Mario begged him for help, and Geno clarifies that he has joined the group to help rebuild the Star Road. With the goal of defeating Smithy and retrieving the remaining star pieces, the princess joins the party permanently, and Mario agrees to bring her along on the adventure. To find the next star, Mallow recommends seeking advice from his grandfather. At the Tadpole Pond, Frogfuchsia says that a large star has been sighted on Star Hill. When they get there, Geno reveals that wishes that are transformed at the Star Road fall from the location. The team fights their way through enemies and reads many wishes of the world's people. Among them is a wish for Mallow to find his way home. Realizing it is from his mom and dad, Mallow attempts to stop crying and aspires to find them. As they reach the end of the area, the star is sitting at the end of the trail. Mario reaches up to grab it, and the 4th star is obtained. With 3 star pieces left, the party heads to Seaside Town, where they learn that a star has fallen into the sea. The Elder says he needs it for a special purpose, so he asks Mario to find it. As they make their way to the sea, they venture through a cavern and into a whirlpool, where they stumble upon a pirate ship that's been sunk. According to a page from a travelogue inside, a giant squid got a hold of the ship and brought it down. After finding clues, they discover that the password inside is pearls. Suddenly, a tentacle emerges from a pipe and taunts Mario and his friends. When they proceed, the tentacles attack. After some are destroyed, the giant squid King Calamari attacks. When it's defeated, the adventures continue into the ship. Deeper inside, they stumble upon a group of pirates. They declare that whatever falls into the ocean becomes the property of their boss, Johnny Jones. They attack, but are soon dispatched by the group and flee to warn the upper deck. Further inside, the pirates attempt to corner and defeat Mario, but they are no match for him. When they enter Johnny's quarters, they see the star sitting nearby. The pirate leader says that if they want the star, they'll have to fight for it. He attacks the party, but with their combined skills, they overcome Johnny and his lackeys. With his defeat, Johnny says he's impressed and that they have earned the star. It swirls through the air, and Mario reaches up to receive the 5th star. Back in Seaside Town, it is revealed that the town has been taken over by Yuridovich, a member of Smithy's gang. He and the others in town merely trick Mario to get the star for them because Smithy has taken notice of Mario's quest to rebuild the Star Road. When Mario refuses to hand over the star, Yuridovich unleashes tickle torture upon the true elder of the village. Mario eventually relents and hands the star over. Yuridovich and his assailants run off, saying that they're headed back to the castle. However, they say that their ride, Blade, is late. Just as they try to swim off, Johnny and his pirate crew arrive to stop Yuridovich. He says Smithy's gang is honorless and that Mario has earned the star. Realizing that they are cornered, Yuridovich assumes his true form and attacks the party. When he is overcome by their power, the star is returned to their possession. Johnny's left a nearby note indicating that his pirates witnessed a huge axe flying through the sky. With the shed key nearby, Mario frees the villagers of Seaside Town, who thank him profusely for his assistance. In pursuit of the next star, the group heads to Land's End, where they fight their way through the area. They are eventually stopped by high cliffs, so they seek a route underground to Monstro Town. In the process, they enter Belome Temple. Within its depths, they are stopped once again by Belome, the dog-like creature. He attacks and does his best to eat Mario and his friends, but is overcome by their power. Afterward, they reach Monstro Town, where a group of reformed monsters dwell. Within town is Goomba and Xygor, former minions of Bowser. Xygor has become a student of Sensei Jinx, realizing he wasn't strong enough to take on Smithy at the time. When Mario rests for the night, the 3 musty fears hide 3 flags throughout the world and challenge Mario to find them for a reward. Also within town, Monster Mama tells Mario and his friends that the only place the next star could be is up, so they must go to the sky by way of a beanstalk. With the help of Sergeant Flutter and the Sky Troopers, Mario heads back to the cliffs. The Sky Troopers position themselves to assist, and Mario jumps from shell to shell to get to Bean Valley. There, the group is obstructed by Smilax. It grows in power because of the Shy Away nearby, but Mario and his friends are able to defeat it. The Shy Away reveals that he was told by Queen Valentina to keep everyone out of Nimbus Land. He flees, but leaves behind a seed. After bonking the magical block at the end of the area, a beanstalk appears. Mario climbs the vines and reaches Nimbus Land. Just as they approach the castle, Valentina announces that King Nimbus is ill, and that the ruler is soon to pass on. However, she also says she has discovered the long-lost prince of the kingdom, Mallow. When she unveils the prince, though, it is actually the giant bird Dodo. Valentina says she will soon marry the prince and become the queen of Nimbus Land. At first, Malo thinks that it's a coincidence that the newly introduced prince shares the same name as he. Inside a house, Mario and his friends discover a sculpture that looks exactly like Malo. According to the sculptor Garo, it is actually King Nimbus as a young lad. In that moment, Garo recognizes Malo as the real Prince of Nimbus Land. Shocked at the revelation, Malo insists on going into the castle to save his mother and father. However, Garo disguises Mario as a gold statue to sneak inside secretly instead. When he brings Mario into the castle, Valentina is impressed with the new sculpture and calls for Dodo to bring the statues inside. Valentina asks Dodo to polish the statues, but instead of doing so, he pecks at them violently. To avoid his wrath, Mario jumps out of the way, confusing the giant bird. After shedding his disguise, the crew fights their way through enemies inside the castle. Eventually, they reach a giant egg being watered by a Shyaway. When it realizes Mario is standing before him, he tries to flee, but the door is locked. When Mario agrees to play with the egg though, it attacks the party. When it is damaged, it hatches into Birdo, a dangerous adversary with egg projectiles. When she is defeated, she drops a key that opens the previously locked door. Deeper inside, the party finds a note that indicates King Nimbus is sleeping in his bedchamber, and a Shyaway interrupts their attempt to get inside. As they reach Valentina and Dodo, the phony queen realizes that Garo's statue was actually Mario. As they stand before her, Malo demands the key to the king's room. Valentina and Dodo flee out the back door, so the group follows afterward. However, they soon reach a trap back door, where Mario falls through several stories of clouds. Back at the castle courtyard, the inhabitants of the kingdom hound Valentina about the status of the king and the queen. Just as she lashes out in frustration, Mario arrives to stop her again. She calls on Dodo to assist her, but he's nowhere to be found. As she attacks the group though, he appears again and isolates one of the party members. After he is defeated, the party reunites and defeats them both. As the queen flies away with Dodo, the key to the king's room falls to the clouds. Malo reunites with his parents, both of whom are incredibly thankful for everyone's assistance. As the entire party is introduced, the queen notes that a star recently fell into the nearby volcano, but it is guarded by the dreaded Tsar dragon. Armed with this information, Mario and his friends set out to retrieve the sixth star. Fighting their way through the barrel volcano, the group reaches the core, where a barrage of fireballs converge to form the dragon. Even though it transforms into Zombone, a more powerful form, the adventurers are able to put an end to it. The group locates the star it was guarding nearby. Just as Mario reaches to grab it though, it's snatched in front of his eyes. As it turns out, a strangely dressed and colorful gang of enemies, the Axum Rangers, also had their eyes on the star. After introducing themselves, they take it and run off. Mario chases the Axum Rangers through the cavern. After leaping outside the volcano, the group awaits their ride from Blade. In that moment, the giant bladed vehicle appears, and the Axum Rangers hop on board. Mario and his friends take the opportunity to strike, jumping onto the ship and confronting the Star Thieves. The Axum Rangers flaunt their power and taunt the group, but Mario and his friends use their combined skills to overcome them. However, they eventually combine their powers and energize Blade's force beam. Even though the weapon is incredibly destructive, the gang incapacitates the Axum Rangers. As Blade falls through the air, it explodes in an enormous display, and the sixth star piece is finally collected. Using an invisible path in Nimbus Land, Mario acquires the fertilizer from a Shyaway. In Rose Town, Mario gives the seed and the fertilizer to the gardener. He places the seed in the pot and uses the fertilizer on it, causing a beanstalk to grow upward. Mario climbs it and obtains a lazy shell weapon and lazy shell armor from the clouds above. Mario and friends return to Moleville, where they purchase fireworks for 500 coins. When given to a mole girl in town, she gives them a shiny stone in return. With the stone, the group ventures back to Monstro Town, where the item unlocks a previously sealed door. When they enter inside, they are greeted by Kulex, Dark Knight of Vonda, who has crossed into a foreign dimension at the bidding of the Dark Mage. Before he leaves, he asks to challenge the world's strongest knight. Mario and his friends oblige, and Kulex attacks. Though he wields gargantuan power and is benefited by the elemental crystals he commands, the group manages to take him down. Afterward, he thanks Mario for his bravery and leaves behind the quartz charm as a keepsake of the fight. Also in Monstro Town, the three musty fears reward the party with the Ghost Medal for having found the 3 hidden flags. After defeating the skillful Sensei Jinx 3 times, Mario is made into the new Sensei of the dojo and given the Jinx belt for his efforts. Back at Booster Tower, Mario beats Knife Guy in a guessing game several times, and the juggler eventually hands over the Bright card. Using the item, Mario gains access to Great Guy's Casino in Bean Valley. With Mario's help, Toadofsky composes an incredible song at the Tadpole Pond. In the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario obtains the Beetle Mania game for 500 coins. At Yoster Isle, Mario wins the Mushroom Derby and acquires the ability to summon Yoshi in battle. Returning to Nimbus Land, Mario and his friends speak again with the King and the Queen. After congratulating the party for obtaining the 6th star, they realize that the 7th and final star must be in Bowser's Keep. To get there, the King gives the group access to the Royal Bus, which has the capacity to reach the destination. With a contraption, they are taken through the sky to Bowser's Keep. Inside, Bowser resolves to make Smithy pay for stealing his castle. The crew battles their way through Smithy's minions. They cross paths with Croco once more, but instead of stealing from the group, he sells them items. In a room with 6 doors, Mario is forced to choose his path. 2 lead to action courses, 2 to battle areas, and 2 to puzzles. After completing 4 areas, the group proceeds deeper into the keep. Inside, they are stopped by Magic Koopa, who declares that no trespassers are allowed in Smithy's keep. With their strength, Mario and his friends subdue Magic Koopa. In the process, he has overcome Smithy's manipulative power. He tells Bowser that he must have been brainwashed, and says he's glad that Bowser has recruited such strong new members of the Koopa Troop. With his magic, he summons a treasure box with unlimited coins, and offers to rejuvenate the party's health and magic. The adventurers move further into the castle, fighting their way through more of Smithy's followers. When they reach the same chandelier area where Mario confronted Bowser in the beginning of the game, they are confronted by Boomer, a skilled swordsman that serves Smithy. Even though his attacks are fierce, he cannot overpower Mario and the others, and is beaten. In embarrassment, Boomer has a nervous breakdown and severs the rope connecting himself to the chandelier. Chandeli Ho, the shy guy on Mario's chandelier, agrees to bring the group to the top of the castle. At the pinnacle of the keep, the group is challenged by Xygor, the gigantic sword lodged into the keep. While the sword's mouth, eyes, and pommel work to destroy Mario and his friends, the party uses their ingenuity to overcome Xygor. After the battle, Xygor inhales the party through its mouth. In the process, the group passes into another dimension where the Smithy factory is located. Geno explains that Xygor was the contact between the 2 worlds, and Smithy must be ahead. Despite Bowser's eagerness to rebuild his castle, Geno says that more adversaries will pour into it if Smithy is not defeated. They eventually reach a giant clock named Countdown, which begins rumbling and attacks the group. When it's dismantled, they press onward. The gang fights on through the factory, where they find that the Smithy gang members such as Mac, Bowyer, Yuridovich, and the Axum Rangers are all produced inside. When they drop into a hole, they fall into a new area where they are stopped by Cloaker and Domino. The duo attacks, but cannot halt the progress of Mario and his friends. When one is defeated, the other attempts to flee in desperation and trap Mario. Even so, the group finishes off the remaining lackey. On the production assembly line, Mario and his friends watch as a new army is being produced. Malo demands that they halt production. The crew is then attacked by the clerk, manager, and director before meeting the factory chief. He says that Mario has reached the end of the line and that the party will never see Smithy. Along with his contraption, the gun yoke, he attacks, but the party manages to put an end to them both. Using the factory crane, the group finally drops into a room with Smithy himself, and the last star piece can be seen nearby. Using his hammer, Smithy continues to temper minions as he threatens the group. When Mario and his friends demand the last star, Smithy responds that they should give him the remaining stars so he can finish conquering the world. In his world, wishes would be replaced with weapons. Mario jumps into battle with Smithy, and the Fiend uses his hammer to create underlings to assist him. When he's defeated, he angrily slams his hammer into the ground, breaking the floor below. They all drop to a dark area below the factory, where Smithy's final form is revealed. In the process, he says he will show his true power, and swears he will take revenge on the group. While he can use his power to change into 5 different forms, he is destroyed by the strength of Mario and the others. After the epic battle, Mario collects the 7th and final star. Now that the Star Road has been rebuilt, Geno thanks everyone for their assistance. With the mission complete, the 7 stars spin around him. Geno transforms back into star form, leaving behind the doll he occupied. As they overlook Bowser's Keep, Xygor crumbles away completely before Mario and his friends. Back in Nimbus Land, Mallow is crowned prince in an official ceremony. Bowser begins to direct repairs at his castle, and his minions assist him. At Seaside Town, Johnny Jones looks out at the sunset. Krocko races with Yoshi at Yoster Isle. Even though he loses the race, Boshi befriends him. At the Tadpole Pond, Toadofsky unveils his symphony, and Frogfucius attends the performance. Booster and Valentina are married by Dodo at Marrymore. After the ceremony, Booster and his Sniffets run out of the building. Back at the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario, Princess Toadstool, Yoshi, Toad, and the Chancellor are all shown thanking the player. As Luigi directs an elaborate parade of friends and former adversaries, the credits roll. If you like this storyline explanation and remember Super Mario RPG, leave a comment below about the most memorable aspect of the game to you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell below to be alerted upon the addition of new ones. Also, please consider supporting my channel via YouTube's Join feature to receive member exclusives, such as advanced videos and complete video transcripts.